Hello everyone, welcome to the video. Today we will go over the ICT concept that has a very high win rate and is very simple to execute. I'm going to break everything down for you in the fastest and easiest way possible so you all can trade like ICT without having to spend hundreds of hours watching his videos like I had to. So get ready to trade smarter, not harder, and join me for this game-changing video. This strat is very simple. It's one of the easiest strategies you can learn from ICT and it has very high probability of win rate. So first, you want to look for break of previous high or low and start on the 5-minute time frame. You can also go to the 15-minute, but it's up to you really. 5-minute time frame will give you more entries, but 15-minute will be more precise. But this one will go to the 5-minute. So you can see that we have break of high here. We have some equal highs here. So we were expecting this break. After we see this break, you want to go to the 1-minute chart. And look, this is all from hindsight, but I have to explain you this strat on something. We will look at some examples later in the video too. Break of previous high or low, then market structure shift, quick. What does this mean? You could already know about market structure shift. For those of you that don't know, this is basically it. This high, low, high, and break of this low is what market structure is. Market structure shift is. But this break has to be very quick. It has to be big candle, big move that breaks the structure. If it's just a small candle, like if the candle would look like this, like a huge wick but small candle, it's not a good break. I would not enter that trade. So if we see a huge candle, and after that break, we see imbalance, which is this fair value gap here. For those of you who don't know what fair value gap is, it's when you have 3 candles and this gap between the first and third. Also, I forgot to mention that market structure shift, where to find the low. It's also very simple, just look for swing low. And what swing low is this very simple pattern. You have 3 candles again with wicks, and you have first candle being higher than the middle one, and third candle being also higher than the middle one. So the middle one is the lowest one, and this is swing low. If you flip it, it's a swing high. And this is basically it. That's the strat. You see? Enter on fair value gap. Stop loss above the swing high. I recommend 1 handle above. And your target is liquidity. So this is liquidity. And if you don't know where liquidity is, just look at the chart. You can see where the lows are, where the stops will be, That's where liquidity is. There is no, you cannot really describe it. You just have to see it. And it's very simple to see, Just don't overcomplicate it. Like you can see this low, it's the liquidity. It's that simple. Also, guys, if you like these short videos where you can learn ICT concepts as quickly as possible, please leave a like. It will help me grow. It costs you nothing. It saves you time. And it tells me to continue making these videos. So thank you if you liked. Now, let's look at a couple of examples. So right here, we can see that this move broke through this high here, which is buy side liquidity. And this is again it's basically the liquidity here could be this too, this too. You just have to look for something that looks like a higher point or basically just a higher point, and that's where the liquidity is probably. So after break of this liquidity, go to the 1 minute chart. Now we have swing high, swing low, quick market structure shift. Like you see huge candles, huge candles, huge candles. That means that the price just wants to go down. We got fair value gap here. Enter on the first one. You could enter maybe with half of the position here, half of the position could be in this one, but you're risking not getting filled. But if you enter on the lowest one, you are getting in worse position. But you know, it's up to you. Stop loss, one handle above this high. Your target should be this liquidity here. It's not a good rate at the moment, but we have these relative equal lows here, and it is big draw on liquidity. So this would be our target, 10 handles. Just easy as that. And right after that, you have the break of this liquidity. So that means you trade down and then you trade up. And this looks like something impossible, but it's really not. It's like really simple, and you will see. So we have the low here. We have this high. Strong break of the high. So enter on this fair value gap here. Stop below. And where should you enter if this fair value gap is so huge? What I like to do is enter on the midway or consequent encouragement. Also try to enter on the lowest point. And very rarely when you have the big fair value gap, I just don't enter on the top. I want to get the best entry. Stop below. And your target is liquidity here. So like this. And when you see the price do this, that it just touches the liquidity, do not get scared. Remember this fair value gap. Remember this one too. That's your support. Do not sell here. Now you have 3 relative equal highs, and that's a magnet. It will get there. It will break through. You can see that here. So your first target, your second target here, and then you can look at higher time frames too to look for some. Here we have fair value gap that could get touched. No, it was unfilled. So you could wait for this touch here. And it's like very simple. Now let's look at some Forex. So we are on Euro USD. We can see the price breaking the high here. Also breaking this one, and it left this one open, but it's fine. So after the break, go to 1 minute chart. And look for some, okay. So break of the high. Now it's moving down. And you could enter on this fair value gap because of this order block, but that's not what we are talking about now. We are talking about market structure. So this is the structure. You can see it broke through this low with a huge candle. Fair value gap. Boom. Get into the short. Also have fair value gap here and here. So you could enter on any of these, you know. Lowest one, guaranteed entry, but bigger drawdown. Middle one, 50-50. Higher one, like no drawdown, but you're not guaranteed the entry. But we can see that the price is dropping after. And this happens every day. And you will win most of the time. And if you lose, it doesn't matter. When you win big. When you lose, you lose small. And that's all from me, guys. See you in the next one.